guys, you're here with me, Goddess Ekua Ahima, otherwise known as the Kinky Coach, founder of the AfroDomme Academy and the new Kink Studio in Baltimore. For more information, you can find that down below in the description box or at tinyurl.com/kink studio. Today, I'm coming to you guys to do a plan with me video for the month of July, following our Ask the Kinky Coach series here on ManyVids. So I decided to switch up my content a little bit and bring you guys into the mix as I am preparing for all of the wonderful blessings, manifestations, and work to do for the month of July. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating how I plan 30 days worth of content in a day, in a few hours, using a template directly from our 30-day content planner kit straight inside of the AfroDomme Academy. Now, for more information about this kit, this template, and plenty more templates, you can find that during our 50% off sale using promo code Kink Studio inside the AfroDomme Academy, again at tinyurl.com/the-kinky-coach. So guys, without further ado, let's get straight into our tutorial. So starting off with our calendar fresh, new, and ready to go, we're going to start by, of course, marking off our consecutive dates for this month, for the month of July. Now, for the sake of demonstration purposes, I decided to not take up so much time filling in every single date for the month of July. Of course, on my physical calendar, I do have everything planned out, but for the shortness and briefness of this video, I didn't want to overwhelm anybody. You can fill in the blanks your damn self. And of course, fill up this calendar going from the 1st to the 31st. So first, starting off our beautiful calendar with today, July 1st, 2020, we're going to start off our content calendar by setting some positive new intentions. So this month, this July, will bring me prosperity, wealth, and happiness. Overall, my financial goal is $3,000 minimum by way of clip sales, tributes, consultations, and more as a sex worker. Now, setting intentions for your content calendar should be very unique to you and your goals at this time. There's never a need to feel like something is too high out of reach or not good enough for what magic we are going to be putting together inside this calendar. So again, today, July 1st, we are celebrating the first of the month by kicking off our 50% off sale over inside the AfroDomme Academy. So I'm going to start off my content calendar by making note of that. Now, if you're anything like me, when it comes to more repetitive things in your schedule, you can go ahead and save yourself some time by preemptively marking off those things as they happen back to back to back. So if you have a class that meets every Tuesday and Thursday on specific dates, you should mark that in your calendar, bill pay, etc. All right, now I know this may look a little bit jumbled, but what you see is that I've added some more information about my shipping dates, typical shipping dates for purchases through gumroad.com/thekinkycoach. Mondays are the day that I usually ship out my materials, so I wanted to mark that as well. I also, instead of using specific words, decided to use emojis. So for my classes, for my internship on Mondays and Thursdays, I added some book emojis to those areas, those days, so I wouldn't forget that. Now, of course, self-care is super important to me, and in order for me to be able to do as much work for the month of July, I know that adequate rest and reflection is going to be needed. So I'm going to be a little bit strict with myself and create the day for Sunday as a minimum requirement for me to be offline and practicing some self-care and meditation. Now, this isn't necessarily a requirement in order to create a content calendar, but I would recommend creating time for self-care, planning time for self-care to avoid burnout, etc. as a content creator. So now that I've gotten more dates plugged into my calendar, I can see that based on some of the more repetitive things I have planned for the month, what my availability is as far as filming, blogging, and working. So now's a good time for me to go in and start plugging in some more dates as far as work and projects go. I'm going to start off by marking this Saturday, July 4th, just because I know I have an important project due that day. I'm also going to specifically mark off July 10th because that will be the last day of our 45% off sale over on gumroad.com/thekinkycoach. I definitely need to make note of that date in order to disengage the coupon code Kink Studio that I have over there on our metaphysical shop. I also need to make note of the 14th, this upcoming 14th, because I will actually be guest featuring on the Tiny Tub over on Instagram Live with Jennifer Eden, the slut of the month. So I want to make sure I put that on here and it's on my radar so I can remember to prepare and start marketing that guest feature on the Tiny Tub at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 14th, over on Instagram. I also want to go in and mark some dates for filming. And I know for a fact that I've been working on the script for a while, but I want to mark the dates, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, just in my head and also on the calendar so I know when I'll be script writing for those things. Now, my film dates for this month I've chosen to mark those off on Fridays. So this 17th, 24th, and 31st are when I will be filming all of my new clips for OnlyFans, AVN, and I Want Clips. And last but not least, I want to make specific note of this July 18th. Now, I know for a while, July 18th was supposed to be what we planned, the Kinky Skillshare, celebrating the launch of the Kink Studio, of course, in Baltimore. But because of coronavirus and keeping in mind that we want to keep our new space as safe as possible for our guests, I am going to push that back, push the sale back, reschedule that event more towards August. But I want to keep in mind to let those who have already purchased the tickets for the Kinky Skillshare this July 18th that we are rescheduling, and I'll be sending out some information to those who have purchased tickets when that date is going to be going forward, and I'm going to do that on that date. So I'm just going to make a quick note of that for July 18th. So at this point, my calendar looks pretty full, right? I have a couple of days that are actually open that I could either fill with doing online sessions or hopping on Night Flirt or just chilling, etc. But I wanted to briefly talk about the importance of organizing your mind and content with calendars like this. For a while, when I first started out in the sex industry, I remember some of my first clips being like just 60 seconds to 3 minutes long. And for some of them, when I first started out, the majority of them were silent and I actually wasn't talking, and I would just be like showing off my feet or playing with my boobs or something like that. But as I've grown artistically, and of course, thanks to me exploring professional photography and filmmaking with my internship, the need to organize my thoughts and conceptualize the kind of content that I wanted to create ahead of time really has helped me feel less burned out and honestly create content that is much closer into alignment with my brand and the kind of imagery that I want to put out, that I want to proudly represent my self and my style of domination, etc. Even videos like this of me showing you how to create a content calendar is something that takes a content calendar to begin with. So this has been something that I've been planning to do since last month to help you guys start creating content, especially now that we are going to be introducing a lot more products, services, classes, workshops, events, etc. now that the Kink Studio is open. But I wanted to, again, take some time to talk about the importance of organizing your thoughts with content calendars. This is something that does take a little bit of time and effort and energy to do and to maintain. But once you start getting into it, I'd say maybe give it 90 days or so. Once you start getting into it, you have a streamlined flow of ideas. And of course, things can change and ebb and flow as they need to, but your ideas, content, and profits will be a lot more concise with the use of content calendars. All right, guys, that is it for this video, for this quick demonstration talking about using content calendars and how to plan out 30 days worth of content at one time. I think this process usually takes me anywhere between 1 to 2 hours, but I know that putting this video together for you guys and going slow and really explaining things has definitely took a lot longer. So I'm currently filming this and editing this as we speak, and it's been maybe about 2 hours. So that's typically the amount of time that I need to really sit down and plan at least 2 months worth of content if I was, traditionally just working for myself. So this is definitely something, again, that can take maybe an hour or so to put into practice, and something that maybe you should try out for, I would say, 90 days to see how it really has had its effect on you as far as organization goes and streamlining your ideas so that you can get content planned at least once a week. As far as filming, blogging, editing, posting, being online, working with clients, working with your vanilla business, and of course, still remembering to take care of yourself, take time off for yourself, attend to personal errands, business, and etc. I really appreciated you for at least sticking with me for this long. I commend you for doing that as well. And of course, if you ever need any physical templates, this template in particular is too. You can find that inside the AfroDomme Academy in our adult content creation masterclass. Now 50% off with promo code Kink Studio. That sale will be ending this month, this July 31st. So I look forward to seeing you inside the AfroDomme Academy, and I look forward to seeing you inside the new Kink Studio once we move in. Things this month are going to be amazing. Just wait and see. Namaste, goddess. Peace.